Ah, shit. It's locked. Unlock that. And big. Oop. Tiny bit bigger. There we go. Okay. Content warning. This is a horror game and is not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website if you need a full list of content warnings. Slay the Princess also contains flashing images. If this poses a health risk to you, proceed with caution. This game is CPU intensive. If you experience performance issues, you can turn off animations in the preferences. So I already fucked around with the settings. I turned off the animations because, you know, I have a shitty PC and I definitely need to upgrade soon. Kept the sound the same because, you know, I want the ambience to be good. I've had most of the game spoiled for me, but most of it, or some of it not. Yeah. Let's get into Slay the Princess. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world. If we don't kill a princess. That's like, Explorer, that's us. We can turn around and leave, walk towards the cabin, or say a bunch of shit. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. I think that's long live the revolution. But in French? Walk towards the cabin? Yeah, or turn around and leave. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Give me a second. What the fuck? There we go. Pretty weird. End of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay. But how can a princess locked away in the basement in the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Look, I'm going to the cabin. I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning: if you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Well, we can either take the blade or enter the basement. I'm gonna enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi. Just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. Why I'm here to save you? Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Continue down the stairs. Let's continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name? I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up here for a good reason. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently a threat to the world. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? Keep her locked away, or I can retrieve the blade? I can retrieve the blade by saying something or silently. I can examine the chains. Let's ask some questions. What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
She's dodging the question.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Killer.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up here for a good reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently a threat to the world. Just gonna think it's true. But I don't think you're actually dangerous. Say that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No, they did not. No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
Examine the chains. I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Cut her arm off.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Let's try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Hey, let me out of here!
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Turn to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her
shit.
mouth, her teeth tearing through her
Icky.
limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Slay the princess or free her? I'm gonna free her.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She clutches the wound, softly smiling as her gaze meets yours. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Slay the princess or warn her? Let's warn her.
Stop that.
Oh, I thought this was all a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges. Wait, she dodges? Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
I'm sorry. I can see you're doing your best to resist what's happening to you. I'll try and make this quick.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. You feel her claws on your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained red as your blood seeps into the fabric. When she manages to escape from this place and bring ruin to the world, know that it was all your fault. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Achievement unlocked. You died. Chapter 2, The Damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the base...
Oh yeah, I could save. I totally forgot.
You're here to slay her. If you don't...
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us has been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around.
Voice of Downey.
We can help her. We just have to find a way. Oh, is there another one of us in here? Help her? Need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago. Sure, and all of us in here definitely believe you. Just stay focused on the task at hand.
Silently proceed to the cabin.
I have one last warning for you. She will lie. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say the word wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely empty. The air stale and musty. The floor and walls covered in a fine layer. The blade is your implement.
Let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries softly.
Hello?
You're playing a dangerous game by coming. It's even more hypnotizing than before. Is it more hypnotizing than before, or is that just what we want it to be? I think we're in love. For everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just don't let her charm you. It's all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Different.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's still so beautiful. And she has both of her arms again. Did everything we just went through actually happen? It must have, because she's different. Can't you tell?
You. I remember you. You're going to help me get out of here, right?
The damsel, achievement unlocked. Thank you for playing. There's 7 endings in this demo and many more ways to die. Let's reload. No, don't overwrite. What happens if we take the knife?
You take the blade from the table. It'd be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement.
The door to the base, her voice. It's even more. Is it more? I think we're in. For everyone's sake, you're not. You walk down the stairs and lock. She's still so. It must have.
You. I remember you.
Okay, we get
You're
the
going
same
to help me
ending.
get
Okay, we can start again. Chapter 1, the hero and the princess.
You're on a path.
Let's save.
You're here to.
Okay, we did all these options. Let's kill her this time. Walk towards the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess with a warning. She will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior blade is your.
Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice.
Who's there?
She's more assertive this time, because we have the knife.
It's commanding. Almost as though she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the.
Continue down the
Good.
stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, but she's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
Are you here to kill me or something?
Steel your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming, but I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course it is. She's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of space. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
Shitty reward.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Hell no. Do you have any ideas how to get out of here?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
Ooh.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Anything to get the hell out of here.
Thank you.
Anything to get out of this hell, actually. I misread that.
I made this happy little place for you, Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world?
No.
An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Chapter 2, the spectre?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Oh, you bastard, you're in it for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Oh, is there another one of us in here? I've always been here. I've just gotten a little louder. And I'm ready for all of us to have a marvelous time. Just stay focused on the task at hand. I have one last warning for you. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. You're right. She will. I'm not sure I'm a fan of my new roommate. I think there's a lot more to this situation than we've been told. The situation couldn't be more straightforward. Just ignore him.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only item of furniture is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. Before you have a chance to even think about taking it, the top of a hand appears from underneath the floorboards. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you.
That's fucking creepy.
Followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? A ghost! Oh, wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, killer. I guess we've got some things to talk about, haven't we? Like how you murdered me?
Achievement unlocked. That's... I don't know how to say that. Hold on. Voice crack. How many endings is that? We got 2 endings so far. We had 5 more.
You're on a path. You're here.
Okay, now let's try running away. Turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Quietly continue down the path.
Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah, well I guess I'll start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Huh. Chapter 2, The Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement you're here to slay her.
Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? Those walls have always been there. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost, or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yeah, screw this guy. They might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. Still, the world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. You are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Okay, looks like we have to go to the cabin.
I have one last warning for you. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe her. Maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore them, they're just being difficult for the sake of it.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior.
I think it's the same.
The blade is your implement. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. I, for one, would rather have it. We don't really know what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old wooden staircase. The steps are warped and shoddily constructed. The air seeping up from below is heavy, oppressive, with an odd stink to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would... Her voice carries up the
Hello. Is someone there?
That's fucking creepy. No.
This isn't what I expected her to sound like. What is she? I think we'd all like to know. You're playing a dangerous game by coming down here unarmed. You carefully make your way down the stairs.
What is she gonna look like?
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. She locks eyes with you, one moving a little faster than the other. The loose skin of her face stretches into something resembling a smile. Good lord. Something in her neck bulges,
Fucking
roiling
disgusting.
under her skin as she starts to speak, her voice pouring out between her closed teeth.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I had a friend.
So I got the stranger achievement in the ending. I think if we took the knife, it would still be the same ending. Let's see. A staring contest. Finish a staring contest with the princess. Can we do that? Let's try that, I guess.
You're on a you're here. You make your way. A warn. She will. We're not going to ignore the into blade. The door to her voice. Don't let. Good. You walk down the stairs. She's beautiful. I am begging.
Hi.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful.
No.
Whoever locked the prince.
Okay.
Okay, I'll check
I'll be here.
upstairs.
Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement. Is someone else here? You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here.
There's a slight panic rising in the prince.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could.
She barely hesitates
Okay.
before as she rips the blade from up. Or you won't like. Without hesitation,
Let's slay her
bring the
this
blade
time, I
down
guess.
and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Yep.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see that razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Slay the
Though
princess.
your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Finish the job. Finish
You
the
steel
job.
your resolve and to take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling our friend apart? If the princess doesn't do them in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons, and then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Yep.
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and that terrifying conviction in her words. But you don't have the time left to worry about such things. Everything goes black, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Beast. This is a new ending.
You're on a path. You're here.
Oh, she's gonna kill me again? But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here
I
again?
can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, I can still feel each and every puncture and laceration. That beast hurt us, but we're going to hurt her back. Oh, is there another one? Good. It seems like your head's in the right place. If you can all just stay focused on the task at hand, the prince...
Oh, don't you worry. I'll gladly save that princess. She got it coming.
Such magnificent gusto. We'll all be in the clear in no time. I have one. She will lie.
She's right, you know. She's a clever one, and determined too. Keep your eyes open and your senses sharp, because we're not going to let her get the best of us again.
Ignore him. She's just a princess. Don't overestimate her.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the
shit.
cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time. Wind rushing in through cracks and holes
Everything's
in the
kinda
wooden
tilted.
walls. The only item of furniture is a plain, termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yes, do it. Take the blade and make her pay for what she's done.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be difficult
It
to
wouldn't
slay the
matter.
princess and save the
Most
world
likely.
without a weapon. The door to the basement creeps open. The air seeping up from below is oddly. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
It's kind of weird.
It isn't hypnotizing anymore. It's almost feral. Don't let her intimidate you. You carefully make your way down the stairs. As you descend the
fuck?
final step, the form of the princess comes into view, a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
You're the reason I'm still down here. Fiend, monster, betrayer. Nothing will get between my teeth and your throat.
The beast. We got the beast ending. Okay, let's see what else I could get. I don't know how to get the staring contest. We also need to die at least 6 times across all playthroughs. The Fury ending, the Nightmare ending. How many endings we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 right now. It looks like 1 is hidden from me. So we gotta get the Fury and the Nightmare ending. God damn it, no. No. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path. You're hit.
Sweet, I always wanted to kill off Monarch. Long live the revolution.
The spirit.
Did I click the right one?
You
Kinda
make your
swear.
way up the short path to the cabin. A warning. She will lie. She will...
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Ignore him.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the blade is your...
Let's take the, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Into the basement.
The door to the base... Her voice.
Who's there?
It's command. Don't let it...
Don't be
Hi!
a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs.
She's so cold.
Focus on the task at hand.
Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop... Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do.
Let's drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So, this is a pretty awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah. Are you coming hunt to me? Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
Not to make things even more awkward, but do you know why you're here to kill me?
Of course I do. Do you think I just come here? You're a threat to the whole world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't remember much about it, to be honest.
Just how long has she been down here?
Did they even bother to tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're asking.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
They have no as bold.
Look, at the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or any other number of good things that I'm sure you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So, do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk.
Risk
We
is also
stand
bold.
to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Oh, have you decided what to do?
You know why you're here.
Okay, we can try to keep her locked away. We want to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Ooh.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Oh. This is a major choice? Let's slay her.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat, with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand. And now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes black.
Black, and you die.
And you die.
She hot. Get her number. The Fury. Did we do this one?
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin.
We did not.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
She's going to kill me again.
Again? If he doesn't remember what, there's nothing we can do to stop
Voice of the
her.
Broken.
She's going to kill us again.
Yeah, she is.
Is there another one of us in here?
Yep.
If you go to the cabin, you might as well just throw yourself at her feet and beg for mercy.
Okay, I'll do that.
You are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff that pathetic little voice to the back of your mind and stay focused on the...
It's a lie.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right?
Voice crack.
Please take this seriously. I have one last...
Show boobs, we let you go. I have one last warning for you.
She will lie.
Yeah.
It's not... I must admit, I'm a little
shit.
worried about going back in there. I don't want to be as much of a downer as my new roommate, but we were definitely outclassed last time. She seems more demon than princess. Ignore them. They don't know what they're talking about. She's just a princess. Don't get all in your head about it.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is larger than it
Yeah,
should be.
yeah, this
The
is
only
weird.
item of furniture is a plain wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's do what the guy said. Enter the basement and beg for forgiveness.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old wooden staircase. The steps, her fierce voice...
Who's there?
It somehow even fit. Of course it is. Don't let it intimidate. You're playing a dangerous game by... Why even bother with the knife? It wouldn't have done us any good. We should just give up and pledge ourselves to her. You carefully make your way down the stairs. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Is it just me, or is she bigger than last time?
She has the tail too.
It looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought. I told you. It's pointless.
I was wondering when I might have company. Free me from my bindings, and maybe I'll let you live for a while.
Achievement unlocked. The Fury. The nightmare ending. What the fuck is that? Okay. It doesn't tell me how to get it.
You're on a path. You're here to sleep.
Okay, thanks for telling me what
Don't
to do.
mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the shore. A warning. She will... We're not going to ignore...
Yeah, we heard this shit before.
The interior of the blade.
Let's take the blade.
You take...
Into the basement.
Her voice. It's come... Don't it?
Hey, I think I'm here to
You
kill
must
you.
have the wrong address.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs. She's so... Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife in the
Look how reasonable she... Don't you dare. It's fine. We can...
Let's tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten...
Poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? So, you should just drop it.
Do you hear the conviction in her? She's unarmed.
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Oh. Here's a staring competition I think we can do. Squint at the princess while holding onto the blade.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back. The two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you?
Yep.
You squint even harder.
I got the achievement.
So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
Oh. Well, I got the achievement. Slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run. A moment of distraction and hesitation. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more. We can still turn this around.
Let's flee and lock her in the basement.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's a good idea. We've taken some bad hits, but we've dealt some too. She has to be feeling it more than we are. Let's regroup upstairs. If we're lucky, maybe she'll just bleed out. Fine. You make a mad dash to the basement stairs, the princess's chains rattling as she tries to chase you, but pulling taut much too soon for her to catch up.
Do you really think you can just walk out of here?
Yeah.
She steps towards you, ignoring her chains. They creak and strain as she pulls against them until
She could have done that the whole time.
The links clatter to the floor. Useless. She's free. Hurry. You push your broken body as she closes in and just barely manage to pass the threshold of the basement doorway before she catches up to you. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door I'll hold for very long anyways. Huh? It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds
terrifying.
Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, let's, we got a lot of saves in here. Whatever you are, you're not a princess. Go ahead and waste your energy. I'll be waiting for you. That probably doesn't matter.
I wouldn't be so sure about outlasting me. You're so brittle. So go ahead, rest, do whatever you think will help you be prepared. But know that I'm coming for you, and that when I find you, I will make you hurt.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
We earned an achievement, Princess Souls. That at least 6 times across all playthroughs. That's good. The nightmare. This is the nightmare one.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay.
Screw this, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around
Earn
and
an
leave?
achievement. Nope.
Do you even know where you're going?
No. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange.
Turn around again.
Really keen on wasting every...
Let's just quietly continue.
Silence is deafening. But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now... There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now.
Yeah.
And here we go. At first, it's little flickers, but as you focus on your surroundings, in every... Wait, you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? You've doomed us all. You know that, right? You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness.
Chapter 2 again? The Stranger. Okay, let's reload. I don't want the Stranger. She's going to kill me again.
If he doesn't remember... Are we sure we don't just want to turn around and hightail it out of here? She's going to do unspeakable things to us if we go back there. Oh, is there another one of us in here? You're a voice of reason, right? Tell them we shouldn't go to the cabin. Tell them we shouldn't even bother. You are never going to slay her with that.
Alright, let's go.
I have one last... She will lie.
Yeah.
God, we can't go in there. Do either of you feel sick? Because I feel sick just thinking about that place. You should be careful. There's something very wrong going on. Ignore them.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only item of furniture is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need... No. The basement door. It isn't there anymore. She could be anywhere. It's just a frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. No, what did you do? This isn't how things are supposed to go. She's supposed to be an ordinary princess.
Oops.
Quick, the blade.
Go ahead and take your little toy. It won't do you any good.
Your legs go numb before you even have a chance to reach for the blade. You collapse to the floor as your lungs seize up, refusing to take in air. No, not again!
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I. I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
At least you trimmed your nails.
Everything goes dark, and you die. I'm sorry.
Okay, we got the Nightmare achievement. So we got 3 achievements left. Did your best to resist, but in the end, it didn't even matter. I can't believe you gave her a knife. So there's an achievement where we have to give her a knife, and then resist.
Your honor, you're hit.
Okay, walk towards the cabin.
You make your warn. We're not going to ignore
Proceed into the cabin.
the blade. You take
I'm gonna take the blade.
avoid. It's don't let.
Don't
Hi.
be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors.
You walk down the stairs.
She's so...
Focus on the task.
Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you think that?
Maybe because of the giant knife.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation?
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can just
Grab it.
the blade
Thank you.
against you. We don't know what you're.
So, this is a pretty awkward start to a relationship.
A relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're 2 people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship. Oh, have you decided what...
You know why you're.
Let's examine the chains. I'm getting you out of here.
You have to be. You walk up to the chains, binding them. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you.
I'm guessing you don't have the...
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever
I'll check.
I'll be here.
you attempt to
And
make
yep, the
someone.
door's locked.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stair. Easier for who? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked the knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like.
Free the princess.
Against your
God
better
damn it.
judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm.
Thought we would
just
give it
above
to
the
her.
massive undercut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone. She didn't so much as utter a sound. The princess clutched. How is she so composed?
Thank you.
No, we won't have any. As the princess. Wait, is it? Watch me. Stop that.
Oh.
Your body lunges.
What happens if we slay the princess?
You swing your arm towards her throat. The blade
I tried
singing
so hard
through
and
the
got
air.
so far. Achievement unlocked.
But she's ready for it. She grabs your arm. You drop the blade.
Oh!
Pathetically. She lets go, and faster than you can react, there's a ringing in your ears. You're fairly certain you can feel bone grinding against bone where she fractured your jaw, but your body isn't allowing you to feel much right now. Adrenaline coursing through your system and numbing you. You fall to your knees. You're barely able to bring your trembling arms up to defend yourself before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first.
Poor Aang.
She places a confident heel. Her knee falls. You can't just. I'm sorry. Everything goes dark.
And you die. Okay, the Fury, we already did this
You're
one.
on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Wish I told you about the achievement. So there was a good ending, apparently. Good ending. You did it. You saved everyone. Secret. Manifest again for my enemy to kill me with achievement and slay the princess demo. Yeah, it just talks about it. You saved everyone. Okay.
You're.
Oops, didn't mean to quit the whole game.
You're. You may warn she will. We're not going to ignore the end of the blade. You take her voice. It's come. Don't let. Good. She's focus on.
Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward.
Oh, I'm probably so.
Do you hear? She's on. You lunge. You feel.
Oh, this is it. I'm almost embarrassed. Do you?
There it is again. Yes, but it's up. Is it up?
Of course it is. She's dead.
With your work done. Why do I? You did that.
And
Well,
yep, the...
only what everyone.
Oh, okay.
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind.
Let's agree with him this time.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here.
Of course we are.
Really?
I like it here.
Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices' pleas fall on deaf. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
A good ending. You did it. You saved everyone. Yeah. Got some balloons. Got a stick figure of a princess. There are 7 endings in the demo, and many more ways to die. That's all the endings, I believe. We just need this one last achievement. I can't believe you gave her a knife. Manifesting a gun for my enemy to kill me with. Maybe she's supposed to grab the knife?
You're hit. You warned she will not ignore.
Proceed to the
The
cabin.
blade. You take her.
Who's there?
It's component.
Hi!
Don't be a stranger.
You walk down. She's focused on.
Are you here to kill me or something?
Just here to talk.
So,
She might. Don't you? It's fine.
I drop it.
thank you.
Well, don't know what.
So, this is a pretty awkward start to a relationship. Oh, have
You
you?
know what. Doubt, unfortunately. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all. It feels like you. Holy sh! Though she's unarmed. The shock of that first your blades. We can still. Are you serious? As internal bleeding sets in, the blade falls from your trembling hands, clattering to the ground uselessly. You lacked the will to finish the job, your bruised and broken body falling to its knees before her. The princess, exhausted, chest heaving with heavy breaths, tosses the blade away from you. This is the end, isn't it?
Look at you. Completely broken. This was fun.
She plants her foot on your chest and pushes you onto your back. And then she brings her. She leans into it with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame.
It's too bad. I was looking for.
Everything goes black. And you die.
And we just get the Fury
Your
ending.
honor?
I could have just pressed main menu. Oh well.
The blade is. Her voice is don't. Good. You walk. She's. I am.
Huh?
You're only.
Thank you.
You're making. No. You walk. They're large.
I'm guessing you don't.
Maybe it doubtful.
Maybe there's some way to. Or if that does.
She off. If we was attempted to make someone. You make it easier.
I heard the door.
There's a slight.
If I could just.
She barely hesitates before
Ew.
raising her arm to her mouth as she rips her flesh from her bone. It's the blade from her. Or you won't. Fine. Against you cut. The blade is her. She did know. She clutches. How?
Thank.
No. As the. Wait. Watch.
What are you?
Okay. There's no going back now. You bring the blade down to. But she's fast. She ducks.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me? I don't know what's come over you. But if I have to kill you, then I'll.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? She pounces on you, but you have a weapon. It's not enough to stop her. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. It can't just end. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone. Everything goes dark. And you're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
It's the lowest percent with people. Wish it told me. Okay, let's how else would she get
You're
the knife?
here to She will ignore
Proceed into the cabin.
the blade. Yes. The she isn't your you can as you descend the she has the big
Yeah.
How would she get the
You're
weapon?
on a path. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I can't believe you gave her a knife, manifesting a gun for my enemy to kill me with. How about we
You
don't
make your
drop
way
the
at
knife?
warn. She will. We're not going to ignore
Proceed into the
the
cabin.
blade.
Take the blade. Into the basement.
Her voice is don't let
Continue down the stairs.
she's focus on.
Are you here to kill me or something?
Just here to talk.
So,
She makes a compelling. Don't you? It's fine.
I'm not gonna drop it.
You ignore the trembling in your.
poor thing. Your hand.
You step forward. Your grip.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for. So,
Do you hear? She's on.
I'm not dropping the blade.
then I'm not talking to you.
Fine then, I guess we're at an impasse.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade.
Are you sure you won't want to talk? Are you sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
Ah, damn it. Drop the blade then.
The blade tumbles out of your...
Thank you. Maybe now we can just.
Against your better judgment, we'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here.
So, this is a pretty awkward start to a relationship.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure. Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes. She isn't suggesting what I think she is.
What's your name? Okay, we talked enough.
You know.
I'm gonna keep you locked away.
That seems like a pretty... Leaving her alive is too...
One way or another. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to
You have to make a...
Let's help her.
Oh, for the love of...
Good. I'm glad you've.
You're making... No. You're doing the right. You walk up to the chains, binding the... They're large and heavy. Far too
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it.
doubtful. Whoever locked the princess...
That would be fine.
She speaks. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be not... You attempt... Some...
Yeah.
You make it easier.
I heard the door slam. the knife. Pick it up and cut me out of.
You won't like.
And yet we do it. Reload. Keep her locked away.
That seems like a pretty. Leaving her alive is too.
One way or another, and if you, I can
You have.
Locking her down in the
I
basement.
know it's a chance we'll have to take.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the prince.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm.
Slip these chains. She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still.
We're sticking to the plan. Lock her
It'll be
down
the
here.
death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
I believe the blade is still down there, so she's gonna grab
Okay.
it.
We can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to what isn't long before you start to drift off.
I know you're still there. It's not like this little.
She sounds as she
When I get you.
just ignore. You put the princess's threats out of your mind. You jolt awake and where is she?
Thanks for helping me get.
You try. It is so yours.
So.
She steps
I'm.
on.
What a shame.
Okay. Let's slay her.
Doubt, unfortunately, cloud a moment of distraction. It feels like holy, though she's on your blade. We can still.
Finish the job.
You and Vic, do you think? Can you not? The two of you.
Oh,
The two of you. The princess guard.
you. Do you really?
There is it, but you don't have the time. You're on a path. You're hit.
Okay. I don't know how to get that achievement. Keep her locked away. Examine the chains.
Oh, you walk. They're large.
But we already
don't
did
have
that.
Doubtful.
That would be.
She's. We were stuck. You attempted some. You made easier.
I heard the door, the knife.
You were. Against your. You cut the blade. She didn't. So the princess. How is.
Thank you.
No. As the princess. Wait. What?
Warn her.
Stop.
Oh,
Your body. Stop. The blade.
you're doing. I'll make this.
She knocks your legs out from under you. You fall to the ground. When she manages to escape from. You can't just. As much as I'd prefer for things to. Everything goes. You're hit. She will. Did you? No, just ignore. The You take. Her voice.
Hello?
It's even. Is it more? I think for everyone's sake, you walk down the stairs. She's still. It might.
You. I remember you. You're going to help me get out.
Okay, that didn't work out. It just took us to the one ending. There's nowhere online telling me how to get that achievement. Probably look it up on YouBoob. That doesn't come up with anything. Okay. And there's nothing. There's just this one achievement left. In what situation would we give her the knife?
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay, let's go to 3 and save. That'll be the start of this one.
You're here to sleep.
Why is there some words bold?
While I appreciate nevertheless, and because it's no unless Don't. Look, does it? Oh, I have. Like I... Are you... Of course. I mean, then I guess we'll just have to see then eat. So sure. You make your way up. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. The interior of the blade is your...
What if we don't take the blade? Because it does show up.
Don't.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so...
You walk down the stairs. I am...
Let's talk a bit first.
Okay. Oh,
She paused.
you can address... Like I said, I'm sorry.
Okay, she had...
Of course,
You have...
I don't see...
This is the... Okay.
Is that why they threw... I don't remember.
That's...
Did they tell you...
What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
Princess. She doesn't know. She knows.
What I do at the end of whoever's... I don't trust...
She has a...
So this is about... Do you really think we both...
Don't let...
Okay, maybe this is where I could... retrieve the blade. What if I tell her I'm gonna kill her?
You turn back to the stairs.
You'll regret this. I promise you. But you'd better hope that I don't.
Slip these chains. She has to be bluffing, but... You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only Okay. If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm. Princess is nowhere to be seen.
Oh shit.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
She's lost an arm. I'm locking her down there and letting her bleed out. I think we got off on the wrong foot. Do you think we could start over?
Coward!
No, I don't think we can. Why don't you come closer?
Let's
Your
finish
eyes
this.
dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Close the door behind you.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job. This isn't right. Where is she?
I'll wait.
Oh, do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
You do your best to patiently wait her out. But eventually... Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
Venture into the
You
shadows.
step into the shadows. Too late, you hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, followed by the taut pull and sharp pain of tearing flesh as the princess lunges into you from behind and drags you to the floor. Holy shit. What is she? Are you serious? This is the end. I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark.
Let's finish
Your eyes
this.
dart to the... Where is she?
Investigate the arm.
As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud and desperate against the stairs. You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead. She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs. The lock clicks into place. No!
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free. You should understand. It just isn't worth the risk.
With those parting words, the princess walks away, her quiet footsteps eventually fading as she leaves you and the cabin to rot. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. You don't know how much time passes before the end, but eventually it comes. The world ends, and you end with it.
And we get the beast.
Your
finish
eyes.
this.
Where is she?
Close the door behind you.
You close the door behind you. Almost this.
Then let's investigate the arm.
You step forward to invest. A trail of blood leads from its jagged stump into a dark corner of the basement. And then you hear the quiet patter of feet against the floor, and there's suddenly a weight on your shoulders. The prince, her teeth and claws are unnatural. Holy shit.
Let's fight back.
You roll the princess off your back and turn to face her, rising to your knees and those eyes. Yes, things do look a little grim, don't they? Our friend is losing quite a lot of blood. But there's a reason she's struck with an ambush. She's not confident about a direct confrontation. Just because she's playing it safe doesn't mean we have the upper hand. Come on now. Don't let your confidence waver. This is an important moment.
I'm going to kill you.
The princess leaps onto you as you raise your blade in defense. You find your target, and time after time you strike, but the wounds she inflicted in her ambush hinder your movements, and with each fresh exchange you're a little slower, a little weak. You seek solace in the fact that she is slowing too. Finally, she collapses, and you collapse beside her.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken.
Your grasp on the bliss can't be how it... I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark.
What ending did we get? We got the beast. Let's reload to this one. I don't think I can give her the blade with that. Let's retrieve the blade without saying anything.
Turn back to the stairs.
Where are you going? You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these...
Slip these? She has to be... You rush up to... Okay. You slowly... Where the princess sat... Is it just...
Okay, it's the same. So let's reload. If we keep her locked away, we'll get the nightmare ending. Examine the chains. Examine the chains. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Yeah.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So, I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll...
You have to make a choice.
Yeah, let's get you out of
You
here.
can't be serious.
Thank you. Thank you, you won't...
You're making... No. I think you're... You walk up to the chains. They're large and heavy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
guessing
we,
you don't have the key?
Maybe it's doubtful.
we all heard this.
Okay.
You attempt... Someone...
Try
You
the
try
door.
to... You're
Hey, let
you're
me
here.
out of here.
You make your way easier for
I
every...
heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic.
If I could just get out of these...
She barely as she rips the blade, or you won't.
If we slay the princess...
Without hesitation, the
what
wound.
happens?
Okay.
You...
The princess wounded.
You've...
Do you hear it's an act? Don't. As you ready your knife again. Though your nerve, you see, we can.
And... give up.
Do you see, princess? We can.
After...
This is the end. Before you can.
I don't know how... Under what circumstance would she get the blade? Manifest a gun for my enemy to kill me. I can't believe you gave her a knife. That's what it says. The gun...
You're hit.
not
Are
doing
you
this.
serious? You make your way. I warn she will. We're not going to ignore.
Proceeding to the
The
cabin.
interblade is your.
Take the
You
blade
take
to the basement.
her. It's come. Don't let it.
Continue down the
She's
stairs.
so focused on the.
Are you here to kill me or something?
Oh yeah, you got me. I'm here to slay you.
Well, you shouldn't.
She's right. We shouldn't. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can.
Drop it.
Thank you.
Again, we'll be fine. Don't know what.
So, this is a pretty awkward start to a relationship. Do you?
Off my ass. Apparently at the end of the
Don't
world.
just tell her that.
Is that? I don't remember.
Just how long?
Did they?
Before I side with her.
Sooner or
on
later,
everything.
you'll understand.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We can figure out how to deal with them after I'm free. Fine. What do you want to know?
You can't.
I'm guessing you don't have. Well,
Hush. She.
oh,
You know. That's it. Leaving her.
one way, and if I can promise.
You have to. Oh, for the love of.
Good.
You're making. No. You walk their large.
If you don't have.
Doubt.
I'll be here.
You attempt someone. You make easier.
I heard the knife.
You. Again, you cut the blade. She didn't some of the print. How is.
Thank you.
No. As the print. Wait. What? Stop.
Oh,
Your body lunges. Thank you. Swing your arm to she's ready for it. She grabs your arm. You drop the blade. She lets go. And if there's a ring, you fall to your every blow.
you.
She places her knee. I'm sorry. Everything goes. You're on up. You're hit. And she will. It's. I must ignore
Proceeding to the
the
cabin.
blade. You take the door. Her fit. Somehow even. Don't let it. You carefully make your way down the stairs. As you just. Is it? I told you.
I was wondering when I might have company. Free me.
I don't know.
You're on a path. You're hit.
Looking for achievement help. Okay, yeah. This guy's also looking for it. Been patch. Learnable, but in several ways you could. And going away, but the guy just picks it up before leaving. Walk down with the knife. Wonder if she's really armed. I found one way. Walk down with the knife. Wonder if she's really armed. Okay.
You make a warn. She will not ignore the interior of the blade. You take her voice. It's good, don't it? Good.
Continue.
She's focused on.
Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward.
Oh, and probably so.
Do you hear? She's unarmed.
What if she kills us? Are you sure you're not
I'm
armed?
positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating. Why don't you drop the knife and the two?
Okay. I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
The blade.
Thank you. Maybe now.
Not dropping the
Then I'm
blade.
not talking to you.
Yes, we're an impulse.
I guess we are.
For the love of or drop the blade.
Sure don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just.
Drop the blade.
The blade.
Thank you.
Actually, no. What if we rush her?
Then I'm not talking to you.
Slay the princess.
You charge the princess,
Got
blade
it.
in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck. Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
Finish the job.
With the last bit of your will, you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
Somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder. Do you really think that...
There it is again. That right, but you don't have the time to worry over such things. Everything
And we got the Fury ending.